I set a trap and you fell hook, line, and sinker. You pressed play, and my voice started coming out of your device. So congratulations, you played yourself. It's incredible what they can do with technology these days. You can order a dog online. Did you know that? Dogs.com is totally ethical. What they do is they don't ship the dog. The dog goes on a long and harrowing journey to find its way to you. And all it has is one guy assigned to it. He's like, and he just gets it there by saying, hey, come here. Hey, come here, boy. I mean, this shit takes years. The dog's practically half dead by the time it gets to you. Dogs.com, enter code podcast for 50% off. Look, given all the podcast promotions that are ongoing at any given moment, there's a pretty good chance one of them is just going to be the word podcast. So why not give it a shot? You buy one dog, you get 2 dogs free. That's mandatory. That's not something you opt into. They have way too many dogs. So they're going to send you a few extras. Some of them, frankly, look. I've seen some of the dogs that come with the dog that you order, the side dogs. I don't even think most of those are dogs. One of them I'm pretty sure was like a Halloween decoration. It never moved. See, they gave me a free 14-day trial. After 14 days, they took the dogs back, which was a heart-wrenching experience for my family. But I'm pretty sure one of the side dogs one of them was obviously a cat. I was like, I don't even know how this mix-up happens. So, again, dogs.com, enter coupon code podcast. I have no connection or affiliation with cats.com, so I have no promotion, but just hint, hint, wink, wink. I think maybe if you put in podcast, maybe you'll get something. Maybe you'll get a few cats. Maybe you can get a few cats off that. This is a show for nerds, by nerds, and is that true? I just started saying something that seemed like it would be at the start of a podcast because I forgot how to do one. I mean, I actually never did learn how to. I didn't go to podcast school, okay? I mean, I did go to the kind of school where you'd almost be like, is podcasting a thing? It was not at the time. It might be a thing there now. Well, look, it's a newer thing, so what else are they going to learn? What other direction in time are they going to go in? Backwards? Here's how to use a cotton gin. It's sort of like knowing cursive. I wonder if anybody knows cursive anymore. I mean, anybody younger than me. I barely fucking know it. Every time I do my signature, it reminds me that I might just have some skill caps on certain things that are insurmountable. Here's why. Because I'm so confident when I sign my name, even though I've done it, hundreds of times, and it's been an absolute failure every single time. In the moment when I'm like pen to paper, I think, I got this. This is gonna be the first good one. It just ends up looking like an ancient written language that was only uncovered from a civilization that destroyed itself because it was so bad at handwriting. Like, that's why they don't exist anymore. They couldn't do it. They couldn't have written language. It was just their skill cap. They were good at other things. Like, they were good at making spears. And they had the idea for computers. Back then, they had the idea. They just didn't want to do it. They were like, oh, that'd be such a good idea. But we're really kind of more known for spears. But the thing is, everything they learned, it couldn't be passed down because they didn't have a strong oral tradition. I wonder how plausible a scenario it is that the brain drain thing is able to get to like a critical level where it's like, does anybody remember how to do anything at all? It's like there is kind of a facade of a functional society, but like if you peel back one little prop that's out front, you can see it's a mess back there. And it seems like there's a diminishing core of people who are like holding it together, but they're all getting old and dying. Well, I'm sure it's good. You know what? It's time for a dance competition. DJ, spin that shit. And I'm gonna do my incredible move. This one's called the Weed Whacker. Yeah. And this one's called the Jellyfish. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And this one's called Hammer Time. That's right. Remember Hammer Time? You remember that? Yeah. Yep. Okay, I've just received an email now from the representatives of MC Hammer who are now suing me for doing the Hammer Time dance. Joke's on them, it's an audio medium. So I definitely was not actually doing the dances. Looking back, it does seem like it was a little bit of an oversight. If you subscribe to the premium tier, you do get access to the video feed, but it's just like, it looks like it's through a peephole in a door. Just because, you know, it's my life, and a peephole amount of information is appropriate. But anyway, moving on. Sorry. I should have muted this, I'm sorry. Wait, who is this? This is a weird number. Hello?
Hello?
Hall 2 goes there?
My name is Funk. I'm MC Hammer's representation, and I'm here to ask you a few questions to determine whether or not you did in fact do the MC Hammer dance. Number 1, was it funky?
No, MC Hammer isn't funky. MC Hammer is rap.
Good. That's correct.
I mean, come to think of it, I don't really think Hammer Time is a dance. I'm not even really sure where I got that idea. So I don't really think this could be, I don't think this can be like a bit.
Okay. I see how it is.
No, it's great. Like, you're a great person to talk to. But the thing we're doing, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work from a logical standpoint. Because what is the Hammer Time dance? You explain it to me if you think this can work.
He says Hammer Time. Everybody knows it.
Yeah, he says that, but it's not a dance. It's not a dance called Hammer Time. There is one, now that I'm looking it up, there's one called the Hammer Dance. If that's the one, then, well, that's not what I said, though, because I said Hammer Time. Didn't I say the Hammer Time?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so even you admit it.
You've ruined this for me. You made this a really bad experience for me.
I'm sorry, but this just wasn't meant to be.
No.
Yeah, he melted. That's what happens to all the characters that leave the show. They just melt. I don't know why it happens. It's not my idea. So I'm really sorry it turned out that way, but at least we all learned something, which is that there's no such thing as the Hammer Time dance. So every week, I'm going to give you a new tidbit of information. And the tidbit is going to be that something I imagine doesn't exist. I'm teaching you about the world by process of elimination. I'm telling you everything it's not. Here's a few I have up my sleeve. A man who breathed in helium balloons every day and talked in a really high-pitched voice all day, every day for 35 years lived to be 102. Guess what he says his secret is? He said fruits and vegetables. Now, is this a true fact? No. No, it's not true. We're eliminating every possibility just to be 100% sure that what we think we know about the world is correct. So I'm going to throw some scenarios at you. I'm going to fire this one off. You ready? Dogs that you purchase from dogs.com, they all go to hell. This is an unfortunate glitch that is being looked into by the dogs.com team, but it's been confirmed through seances. It's been confirmed through spirit channelings. There are thousands of dogs in hell, and they're mad as where they are about it. That's what the demon hounds are. Those are just the dogs.com guys. So is that one true, or did I make that up? It seems like just in the interest of dogs.com and their future business, I should not say whether that's true or false. It's not my place. Every single day, somewhere in the world, 8 people die in a revolving door. It's the same revolving door, and they're all together. That door really needs to be looked at. I'm gonna say that, because that stat is messed up. This is a Spider's George situation with this revolving door. Now, is that true? Oh no, our writers made that up. Yeah, they cooked that one up. I got to bring out a guy who I know. His name is Slurp Von Lipstick. He's someone who was in my life telling me the time, and then I said, I'll give you a job. I'll give you a segment on a podcast. And now he's completely eclipsed me in fame. You search Purgatory Podcast on Google, all your hits are Slurp Von Lipstick. There's pictures of him on red carpets. They're all AI shit. He looks like shit in them. He looks like a smooth alien. And then, you're flipping through those Google results. You get to page 8 or 9 before my little mug shows up. But, I'm his boss. I don't know if people forget that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure. Sorry, this phone is crazy. Can somebody turn this phone off? Because I keep getting calls. Oh, it's Slurp on Lipstick. Is he going to be late? Hello?
Hey, I'm a little bit busy right now. I'm really sorry. I'm going to have to do a quick time. I don't have time for this. I don't have any nuts since these dogs came into my life.
Whoa, slow down. Just explain the situation. What is going on?
I ordered like 15 dogs on dogs.com, but there's a multiplier effect. Because for every one dog, they got like 4 dogs that like are not wanted by anyone. And I hate to be like mean, but like it's pretty obvious why once they show up in your damn house. So there are literally 80 dogs in my home, and some of them are horrible. Some of them are okay. Some of them are great. I'm working out the tier, but like I haven't even named them all yet.
Alright, just relax. All you have to do is tell us what time it is. Then you can clock out. That's all you have to do, and you'll get paid, I promise you.
I'm sorry, okay, yes, I know you like food. Yeah, so do I. You don't see me barking about it. You don't see me making noises. I just say, I'm gonna have a lovely dumpling. Why do you have to make such a big
Okay, Slurp Von Lipstick. I'm just gonna cover for,
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll give us the time. He'll give us the time eventually when he's done with the dogs.
I don't make it everybody else's problem.
Maybe he needs help. I'm not gonna help him. It's like the worst video game side quest ever. Help this guy take care of 1 million dogs. No, I don't care how many points that is. Are you done with, or what's going on?
I'm starting to feel like there are more dogs than I started with.
That's kind of bound to happen. Unless they're fixed. Are they fixed?
Like what, in terms of psychologically? No, some of them are obviously disturbed.
No, I mean, like, you understand what I mean.
Yeah, no, I don't know. They didn't tell me that. I have a hard cap on the number of times I search for genitals in one day. So I'm gonna have to break it up into chunks, but I guess it's possible they're procreating already.
It seems like maybe you should call animal control or something, somebody who can deal with this.
I can't call animal control.
Why not?
I have a homunculus in the basement. I shouldn't have said that, but I'm working on a homunculus. Yeah, I don't know if you heard of like Hermes Trismegistus or the Kabbalah, but I found the secret arcane formula to create life, and I'm working on it in the basement. Some of it's like almost pretty much alive.
Okay, well, I don't think animal control is going to be concerned about that.
No, but I do feel like God is going to be.
Look, I don't think you should have started with it to begin with.
Yeah, well, guess what? It has a podcast. Do you want to know how many listeners it has?
Look, I don't want to know the number. It's not about comparing podcasts anyway. That's not the point. Really, the point is just for you to say what time it is, which you could have done at any point. You didn't have to tell me about the little men in your basement.
I don't know if they're men. I haven't gotten around to checking their genitals either. You understand my rule, right? I only look at so many genitals in one day. It's 8. But that includes each ball counts as another one. So it's gonna take a while.
Are you near a clock? Are you near a watch? You're on your phone. Look at your phone. Tell us what time it is.
That's not how I do it. You know that's not how I do it. That's not how Hermes Trismegistus would have done it.
Why do you keep talking about Hermes Trismegistus? I don't care. Is he your new friend? So what? Are you trying to make me jealous?
You know nothing about the truth of this reality.
I really don't, but I would love to start with what time is it? That's the first step. Then I'll figure out all of the secrets of the universe. I'll figure out how to make the Philosopher's Stone, but I have to know what time it is.
That's a good point. Hold on, let me look. Sorry, excuse me. This dog has a watch on. it says 9:17 p.m. and it has little paw prints for clock hands, which is really cute if you think about it, because it's like instead of a hand, it's a paw. It makes sense. That makes me want to cry. I'm actually glad I have these 80 dogs now. I'm not glad about the homunculus yet.
Well, good luck with that. Maybe the dogs will just eat the homunculus. Would that solve the problem?
I'm not even sure what the problem is anymore. I'm really confused about my life.
By the way, where are your 7 young identical sons? We haven't heard an update about them in a while.
I told my agent that I don't talk about them anymore. I don't care who asks me about it. I don't care if I'm sitting down with Oprah and she's like, where are your 7 young identical sons? I'll say, Oprah, tend your own garden. Work on yourself. Focus on yourself. You need it. Oprah, her life, she's a mess. She's a mess. She doesn't have her life together at all.
Well, for once, I get control over when time check ends. And so I will say unto you, Slurp Von Lipstick, this is the end of time check. All right, great job. Everybody give it up for Slurp Von Lipstick. That's right. That's right. Yes. Yeah, I'm clapping along. And it looks convincing. I'm just doing it out of obligation. What else? So Twitter is it's not just unusable, it's now completely pointless because there aren't any humans on it anyway. I saw a post it was just a picture of Carrie Fisher trying on Harrison Ford's glasses. So it's like, okay, that's just a normal kind of engagement bait kind of thing, I guess, but whatever. Here are the comments. An iconic image or thing is important or impressive because it seems to be a symbol of something. Divyanshu Das commented, Han Solo specs on Princess Leia? That's a galactic fashion moment. Anil Kumar said, it is a very amazing look. I have no words to praise it. Baiha Raj says, iconic duo in the making. You can tell these two have a special bond, even off-screen. Ankit Yadav says, can anyone tell why he is holding the glasses? He's not holding the glasses in the image. He's not, she is. That's the whole point of the image. Shamsula Kilji says, you were born, everyone is born. Dinesh Vishnu says, it's such an incredible look and iconic moment. Muslim01 said, why should you die? Tajamul said, Carrie in Harrison's glasses is too iconic. I wouldn't have made it. These are incredible insights, incredible thoughts that are being shared by people online. No one on Twitter is a real person except me. Human beings think so little of themselves. They're like, let's create a world where we're irrelevant. We'll do it ourselves, but we have to do it. We have to do it. We don't have to explain why it's necessary, but it's necessary. What's really disturbing about the AI stuff is that, like, how many people very easily fall for it. Even though it is starting to get to a point where it's getting harder and harder to not fall for it. But I mean the really obvious stuff, you know, the stuff that shows up on like the Facebook AI slop accounts that's a picture of like a baby the size of a full-grown man driving a motorcycle. And all it says in the post is, wishing you a prosperous Friday. And it gets 900,000 likes. Which I assume are just other babies who are on motorcycles. Who else relates to a post like that? It seems a little bit arrogant of us to devise a Turing test when it doesn't really seem like most of us would be able to pass one. It kind of seems like we don't really know what it means to be alive or what it means to be conscious. I don't really think you could end up in a kind of Skynet scenario. I don't know, it just... maybe I'm naive, but I feel like if worse comes to worse, you can just unplug it. Like, literally. Literally, somewhere in the system, there must be a pivotal plug that you can just pull out of the wall. So, that seems fine. Problem solved. On to the next one. Next in line, come right up. We'll get to the rest of you later. Please wait. We know you've been patient. Global warming, we know you've been sitting here for a while. The ongoing spread of far-right extremist nationalism across the globe. We're gonna get to you when we feel like it. I'm sure we have plenty of time to sort it out. Okay, I'm getting a call. This is Slurp on Lipstick. Who else would it be? Hello?
Hey, I just want to give you an update on the homunculus situation.
Okay, what is his podcast also just Time Check?
Yeah, it is Time Check. How did you know that? This thing thinks it's my son. I didn't give birth to it.
Don't you make a homunculus? Don't you have to use like blood or like cum or something?
Well, I don't really want to take the secret out of secret ritualistic magic, so I'm not going to tell you that. But now that you say that, it kind of makes me think, well, that actually does make sense.
Yeah, so, well, have you listened to his time checks yet?
Yeah, he's done several at this point. He's making me look like an amateur out here.
No, listen, don't worry about it. Your time checks are... I mean, they're fine, I guess. They're fine.
Thank you for saying that. I need to hear that right now.
Well, do you have the can you send... Has he released any episodes yet?
Yeah. I'll send it to you.
Great. Well, I'm gonna hang up on you.
I'd love that for you.
Okay. And here is the time check segment. Once again, to clarify, if this is a little hard to follow, Slurp on Lipstick created a homunculi creature in his basement, and it has its own time check segment. Here's the segment. I can see what he's talking about. That's really good. I'm sorry, but I love that little guy. This episode brought to you by Argon. That's right, I'm talking about the gas. Check it out on your periodic table. Clearance sale this week only. Supplies last until they are gone. If you had to be an element, which element would you be? I want to give it the old college try and really try to give you an answer that I think is honest for myself. But the only way I can do that is to pull up the periodic table because I don't know all the elements. So which element do I think most embodies me? Rubidium? No. Strontium? No. Barium? No. Radium? Hardly know him. Scandium? Hardly know him. Yttrium? Hardly know him, and so on. I think what I would be... Honestly, I think the correct answer, and there is a correct answer, hydrogen. You really can't have anything without it. You gotta start there. Why not get back to basics? But I think now that I picked my favorite, it's time to roast the periodic table of elements. It's time to give all the other elements what's coming to them. And this is no holds barred. Let's start with aluminum. Is it aluminum or is it aluminium? Why do the English get to hallucinate eyes? It's not fair. Look, that's not really a diss on aluminum. Aluminum, you're cool. We all love you. We all respect you. Everything you've done for us. But we all know you crinkly as fuck. You always crinkling. Alright. Next element. Copper? I hardly know her. Bismuth? Bismuth, yes, solid at room temperature, but any other temperature? Further oxidation under heat can give it a vividly iridescent appearance due to thin film interference. I'm finding out. So that's a burn on bismuth. Hey, bismuth, chill out. Don't become iridescent. Piece of shit. What's another element? Come on, let's get them. Fucking, okay, here we go. Iridium? Now I've heard everything. That's all I'm gonna say. Iridium? That's all I'm gonna say. Chlorine? Ow, my eyes. Ouch. Fuck you. Radon? A noble gas? Doesn't seem very noble to me. Things that are noble don't need a detector in my home to find out if they're there. Well, I don't know. I mean, what else is there to say about this table of elements? I think every year we should vote on the elements that get to stay in the periodic table of elements. If you guys are worried about the Supreme Court, we could lose elements. And every 4 years, we lose oxygen. These idiots don't know what they don't know anything about what they're voting for. Well, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much. See ya.